All right. Good morning, folks. Today's lesson is going to deal with being creative using your name and the principle of design, symmetrical balance. This project could be used to just be an introduction lesson to you guys. It'll help me learn your names. It also is a good test for creativity and using your imagination and seeing what you can do with it. And it's good to see if you know what symmetry is and make sure you understand what symmetrical balance is. Okay. For this project, you're going to need a piece of white paper, a pencil, markers, and then something that you can color with and add details with at the end of the assignment. All right. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to take our piece of paper and fold it in half long ways, hot dog style. All right. So 2 sheets here. So I'm going to take this piece of paper and I'm going to fold it over. Do the best I can to make sure that my edges are lined up together in my corners. All right. Try to get as perfect as I can. Start in the middle with your crease and then work your way out. Go ahead and crease it. And I'm going to turn it so that if this was a taco and I had my taco meat in it, and if I was going to hold this, the opening would be at the top. And I'm going to go ahead and write my first and last name right here along this edge and my class period and my teacher's name, okay? So the opening is at the top, it's creased here at the bottom, and I have my first and last name down there. That way I know whose paper it is, all right? So the next thing that we got to do is we're going to write our first name, okay? And you need to write this pretty big so that you have lots of, you want to take up the space. For example, I have used just my nickname on here where I've written just Danny, or I've done it where I've done with Danielle. All right, I think this time just to be a little different, I'm actually going to try Danny Knight. So I'm just going to use my pencil, and you can print it or you can do cursive if you know how to do cursive. So there's Danny. All right, and I'm going to come down here with my Knight. All right, so I have Danny Knight written across there. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, again, we're keeping it folded with the opening at the top. I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to start down here on the fold or the crease. And I'm just going to kind of draw like a little border or a little outline around my letters, kind of like that. It's kind of like this. And it gives me, this is going to be the line that I'm going to use to cut. And I need to come down here and make it to this border. So if you accidentally cut off part of your name or your class period, you can always just rewrite it a little bit over here. All right. Okay. So I have my name printed out or written out in cursive, your choice, and I've got my little border line drawn. All right. Keeping my paper folded, I'm going to get my scissors and I'm going to cut along that line I just drew as carefully as I can. And again, you can fast forward or rewind or pause the video if I'm going too slow or too fast or you need to see something again. I'm about halfway done here. Just push my scraps over to the side. So I'm going to have to clean those up, throw them away, or put them in the recycling bin. Sometimes it's easier for me to turn my paper than it is to turn the scissors. So keep that in mind too as you're doing this. Now, as long as I get those out of the way. So as long as I made sure that my opening was up here at the top, this should come open as one piece. If you all of a sudden have two pieces, you didn't make sure your opening was at the top. All right. So now I'm going to open it up with the name on the back. Okay. So now you have this really weird, abstract, interesting, organic shape here. It's organic because it's not man-made. Okay. It's not like perfect man-made with all these perfect angles and stuff. All right. And I want you to take a moment to like really look at the shape. And maybe look at it, upside down and sideways. And you have to sit here and you have to use your imagination and go, okay, what does this look like this is to me? Does it look like it's going to be a clown wearing big shoes? Does it look like a mouse? Does it look like some kind of weird alien bug? Is it, I'm kind of seeing maybe a yoga mouse sitting on a pile of pillows or pancakes. I don't know yet. Okay. So, and I want to show you an example of some that I've done. So, for example, out of this one, I used Danielle. And then when I opened it, I turned it into a lady wearing a fancy hat and fancy clothes. And she's got her big shoes on. I've also done one where I just used my nickname, Danny. And in this one, I turned it into a mouse playing some kind of instrument. Clarinet, maybe. I'm not sure. All right. And then I did another one here where I turned the name Danny into a flying insect. There's lots of different things that you can turn this into. All right. I've had students turn them into dragon heads. I've had students turn them into stacks of hamburgers and food and all kinds of things. A cowboy. All right. All kinds of things that you can do. All right. So like I said earlier, I kind of saw a mouse sitting on pillows. So what you're going to do now, once you have your image in your design, because your design is not going to look anywhere near mine. All right. Even if you had the same name, it probably wouldn't have been cut the exact same way. But now what you're going to do, your assignment, is now you use your pencil and you draw on here. But remember, this is supposed to be symmetrical, and this is your middle line. Okay. So whatever I put on this side, I have to put on this side. So if I decide to turn this into a mouse and I put a mouse eye over here, I've got to put a mouse eye over here. If I decide to have it, sitting on pillows and this is going to be a red pillow, then this side has to be a red pillow. Okay, so you have to make it symmetrical. You're trying to make it the same on both sides or pretty close to it. All right. And then once you draw everything in pencil, you can choose to outline it in marker if you want to, but you don't have to. And then you can use markers, crayons, or color pencils, or a mix of all three to color in your design and create it. Okay. I will show you later what this looks like. I want to work on this now, and I want to challenge you to do your name. So just a real quick summary of the steps. A piece of white drawing paper, fold it in half like a taco, all right, or long ways. Boom. Hot dog style is what we say a lot of times. Turn it so that the taco meat won't fall out. Name, first and last name at the bottom, and your class along the bottom edge there. That way it's on the back and it won't get lost. All right. Then you're going to write your name on here. I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do Baby Yoda. Baby. I'm going to print this one. Baby Yoda. And yes, I know it's not really the baby's name, but he's so darn cute. All right. And then once you do your name, go back with your pencil Do the outline. Whoopsie. That's why we do it with pencil. And then go to the other side. And then you use your scissors to cut it out. And then once you cut it out, you open it up. And then you got to figure out, all right, what can I turn this into? Because I can probably guarantee you this is not going to look like a Baby Yoda. Maybe it'll look like Baby Yoda doing something. Who knows? I think you get your idea. So get ready. Get your white paper, your pencil, your scissors, and whatever you would like to use to color with. Okay? Don't forget though, if you are coloring with some permanent markers or some Sharpies, you may need to put another extra scrap piece of paper up underneath it, or use what in my classroom I call like the placemats, where that way if you go off the edges, it won't matter, it won't get on your table, okay? Or the surface that you're coloring or working on. Because sometimes that is permanent and it's not going to come off. Scraps, trash, recycling bin. All right, let's see what this turns out. I'm kind of interested to see what this shape's going to be. Wow, I see a cowboy hat. I see the front end of a car, maybe, and a guy with a really weird mustache sticking out, maybe a chef's hat or something going on. I don't know. These could be like the side view mirrors of the car, maybe sitting in a car driving towards you. Not sure. Who knows what this is going to turn into? But that again is your test of your creativity to see how creative and unique you can be. Just remember, whatever you have on one side, you must put on the other. All right, good luck, folks. I can't wait to see what you create. Bye.